Hey everyone, it's Jananie and welcome back to my channel, This Story Ain't Over. So as we near the end of the year, I thought it'd be really fun to wrap up some of my favorite covers of 2021. And I'm working with today's sponsor, Zenni Optical, to match some glasses to some book covers. So I have 3 different glasses to show you today, and they are matched to specific book covers that I absolutely loved from previous years and also some from this year. And then I'll get into the full list of covers that I absolutely loved this year. So Zenni Optical offers high quality, super affordable prescription, non-prescription, blue light blocking, and sunglasses. As you guys know, I recently got laser eye surgery, so they were kind enough to actually send me a bunch of their blue light blocking glasses because that is the one thing I miss from wearing glasses. These days I'm staring at my computer screen for like 10 to 12 hours a day, and so having a pair of blue light blocking glasses is really great because it reduces the strain on my eyes. Zenni Optical is very customizable. They have hundreds of styles to choose from in every style, shape, or color you could think of, and they also have the option to customize the color of your lens tint. One thing I really loved while I was browsing their site is that they make it really easy to find what you're looking for. You can browse by face shape, style, or color, and they also make the shopping really easy with an awesome try-on feature as well. So as I said, I have 3 different frames to show you today, and I'm excited about every single one of them because they're super cute. So the first one is this pair of like colorful rainbow glasses, and the reason I chose these is because they reminded me of 2 covers I absolutely love for 2 books that I absolutely love as well, like content-wise, and they are A Very Large Expanse of Sea by Tara Mafi and also Warcross by Marie Lu. As you can see, these colors are so colorful and they match these covers so well, and I just immediately thought of them when I was browsing on their site, and it made me feel a little bit like Amika Chen in Warcross because she is so colorful. She has colorful hair, like rainbow hair in the book, and it's a bit of a sci-fi, and it gave me sort of that feel. So this is definitely the pair of glasses that I'm going to be wearing if I'm ever gaming for a while and if I'm ever planning to channel my inner Amika. All right, the next pair of glasses are these adorable round gold frames that are a pair of glasses that I've always wanted to have. Because my prescription used to be so high, I could never get these like really cute wireframe glasses. So I was so excited when I was able to get these, and they just look so adorable and make me feel so academic. So I thought that these really matched with some dark academia books that I love. So If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio and also The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. This one is set in our real world and follows a set of students in a Shakespearean acting academy. And then this one follows 6 different people in this like magical society where they are competing to be initiated into this incredible program that has access to the Library of Alexandria. So both of these give me that very studious vibe and that idea of falling into academia. And so I thought that these glasses really fit that theme. Alrighty, and then the final pair of glasses that I have here today are these wonderful little cat eye glasses that really reminded me of a certain character from one of my favorite series. So that character is, of course, Lila from The Gilded Wolves by Roshni Chakshi, and the reason I sort of picked these and the reason that they remind me of Lila is because if you don't know, Lila is a bit of a performer in The Gilded Wolves, and she's known as l'enigme, which is like the mystery or like the enigma, I think, in French. And she is known to wear like these peacock feathers on her face and like this mask. And so I felt like this really matched that vibe and like that idea of like her mask with the peacock flowers. So yeah, I just like thought instantly of her, and I was like, I need these glasses now. These glasses also really reminded me of 2 covers from this year that I particularly loved, which are Within These Wicked Walls by Lauren Blackwood and then An Emotion of Great Delight by Tara Mafi. I absolutely love these covers and also this beautiful sort of teal color, which also matches these glasses, and I think it's just super cute. So yeah, very excited to wear these out whenever I'm feeling a little bit more adventurous, and yeah, just super cute. So yeah, thank you so much to Zenni Optical for sponsoring this video, and I loved this concept of just matching glasses with book covers and book characters. But yeah, you guys can definitely go check them out using the link in my description and grabbing these wonderful, affordable, glasses, whether you're looking for something prescription, non-prescription, sunglasses, or blue light blocking. Okay, so I'm loving the look of these glasses, so I'm just gonna keep them on for the rest of this video because why not? But I'm super excited to tell you about all the covers that I loved from this year, from 2021. I feel like there were so many great ones that came out this year, and I definitely impulse bought a bunch of books based on their covers. But I did mention two of them during the sponsorship mentioned just now. So one was Within These Wicked Walls by Lorna Blackwood, and this is honestly one that I initially didn't love, but it has grown on me in a way that I didn't expect, and now it is a cover I absolutely love. I think it's all of the details in the background with the teal color, which makes it feel like an old Victorian house, like wallpaper. And then I also just love like the sort of oil painting look of the character's face and like the landscape on here as well. But yeah, this is super, super pretty. And I think it really fits the genre of the book as well. It is a gothic horror. It is based off of Jane Eyre, which, as you guys know, is one of my favorite classics. So yeah, I just like love that it really matches that vibe. And then I also mentioned An Emotion of Great Delight by Tara Mafi. And as you guys know, I absolutely love Tara Mafi's books, but I do think that this cover really took the cake for me. One, because it is so bright, it doesn't really match how sad the book is, which is like a tension I love. Like I love how it's so different from what's on the inside, but also despite the bright colors, it's got like these little teardrops that are on the cover, and on the physical version, like they're a little bit glossed, the tears, which is such a cool effect. And even like the text is a little like fuzzy on the edges, and so when the teardrops are on them, they're like distorted, which I think is super cool. And then the main character herself, like the sort of line drawing of her on the cover, just seems so sad. Like her eyes are really emphasized, but everything else is like not much detail, and she just looks sad, which is basically Shadi in the book. She's a very sad character, but also a very compelling one as well. If you're looking for a YA that like will make you feel all the feels, this is the one. I'm also not going in any particular order for this video, but I just love all these covers. The next one is She Who Became the Sun by Shelley Parker Chan. There's something about this cover that I love, mainly because it like really reflects what the book is going to be about, even though I haven't read it yet. But the book is basically a military fantasy inspired by Asian history, very similar sort of to the Poppy War. But I love how it has sort of this like ink painting style to the cover. It's got the sun in the background, alluding to the title, of course. And then it's also got this really nice sort of zoomed out landscape of the main character at the front of an army. And I love that. It just really speaks to like the military fantasy aspect of this, but also the fact that this is like about a powerful woman, which I'm excited for. So yeah, I think this is like gonna be really cool. I'm excited to read it, but I just love how the cover sort of conveys everything about it. All right, the next one is also another one I haven't read, but I honestly picked up because of the cover, and that is In My Dreams I Hold a Knife by Ashley Winstead. There's something about this cover that I find so compelling. It is a thriller book, and it involves like a college reunion and a murder, obviously, but I just love the sort of vibe of this. Like I love how the ribbon is like cutting across, but it also feels kind of like caution tape as well because of the color. And then you've got like the, you know, scissors and everything, but just like the way that the text sort of wraps in, I just love how it looks. And it definitely gives you those thriller vibes, which really conveys, you know, what you're getting into, which I love. So yeah, I'm planning to read this one soon, so I'm excited to see if I'm gonna like it. All right, the next one is one that I love simply because of how cute it is, and that is Honey and Issue's Guide to Fake Dating by Adiba Jagirdar. I talked about this book a lot when it came out because I was so excited for it, and the book itself is fantastic. If you're looking for a, you know, queer YA to read, a sapphic romance to read, this is definitely the one to pick up. But this one I just love because of the like adorable brown girls on the cover. Like I love that we have these illustrated characters. I love that they are beautiful brown girls on the cover of a book and representation of that. But I also just love like the colors and just how like cute the cover is. It just gives you cutesy vibes, and you just like want to pick it up because you think it's going to be a good time, which it is. It is a very cute book. There are some like frustrating sort of antagonist characters, but the romance in it and like just the main characters' journeys are just adorable. All right, the next book is one that I 100% would have bought for just the cover alone, but it also has a really cool concept to it. And that book is The Bennett Woman by Eden Apiakubi. And this is one that I saw on Bookstagram really randomly. I saw someone I follow post it, and I saw the cover and I was like, this is gorgeous, I need to have this. And I was like, what is this about? And this is actually a modern day retelling of Pride and Prejudice, and it follows these like three girls who live in something called called the Bennett House, which is like the all-women dorm at their university. And it follows the Pride and Prejudice storyline, I believe. But I just loved how colorful this cover is. Like these colors all together are so, so gorgeous. And I love that you can sort of see the representation of the three characters on the cover as well. And it's just like overall a gorgeous, cute cover and very vibrant, and you know, gives you that romancy vibe as well. And I love that it is a Pride and Prejudice retelling set in modern day. So I'm really excited to read this one. I think it's gonna be a fun one, but I would love to hear if anyone has read this one. All right, the next book is a sequel, and I actually really loved the first book's cover as well, and I mentioned it in my favorite covers of 2020 video. So that is Steel Striker by Marie Lu. So I really love the cover of Sky Hunter, but I also really love this cover as well. I love the vibrant colors. Again, Marie Lu gets some really beautiful, like vibrant covers, I feel like. And I also just love like the overall package of this. They've got like the title across the edges here. And if you actually open up the dust jacket, the naked cover is also gorgeous, like so beautiful. And they've got like the title on it, but also just like the beautiful pink. I do think I like Sky Hunter a teeny bit more just because I like the blend of colors, but this one is also just super gorgeous. All right, the next three books I have are all by the same author who I've been taken with this year, as you guys may know, but I also think that she's gotten really lucky with some of the covers that she's had this year and in the past year and a half. So that author is of course Silvia Moreno Garcia, and I've been binge reading her books over the past couple months. And what's interesting about her books is that actually a couple of them are re-releases. They were released previously and then they got re-released this year, I think in 2021. But with those re-releases, they also got new covers, and I think she just got some really great cover treatment. So the first one I have is Certain Dark Things, and this is a vampire noir, I would say. It's set in Mexico City. It follows a vampire who's sort of on the run and a garbage collector that she falls in love with. And it's definitely got like that gritty noir vibe to it. So I feel like the cover really reflects that, but it also speaks to the magical elements of the book. The next of her covers that I love is Velvet Was the Night. And this one is also another noir, but I just love this cover. Like I love the slanted text, like the sort of gradient on the coloring of the text, but also the woman in the background, the cigarette that she's smoking, and like just like the vibrance of her, you know, lip gloss and her nail polish and her sunglasses. And I really feel like it invokes the vibe of the book. It is a pulp fiction as well, so it really brings that out. And overall, I think it's just a gorgeous cover. This one is definitely one that I bought because of the cover. I didn't actually know too much about it before picking it up, so yeah, it was really the cover that sold me on it. All right, and then the last of her covers that I really loved is The Beautiful Ones, and this is like a bit of a sort of Jane Austen-y feeling romance with a touch of magic, and it is set in France as well, which is a pretty cool setting. And I just love, I don't know, the colors of this cover. I don't particularly love the drawing of the woman, but I do think it's just beautiful in its own way, and I love like the flowers and like the bugs and stuff going around. But I think it's like the color of the cover and how just like stunning it is and how it stands out amongst other covers that are usually like kind of dark. So yeah, I think it's really beautiful, and I also think it really fits the vibe of the story as well. It gives you that sort of high society feel, which I love. All right, the next book that I have is another cover that like totally sold me on the book, and that is The Inheritance of Orquídea Divina by Zoraida Cordova. I was pretty excited to read this one, but I think the cover is what really sold me on it. It's just so gorgeous. I love the like pink color. I love the roses. I love like the beautiful woman on the cover and like the idea of it being sort of centered around her, but I also like love the flower and the hummingbirds, and that actually is a direct reference to something in the book. And I just love how it like sort of feels a bit magical and a bit mysterious, but also just really beautiful. And the book itself is just wonderful. It has quite a bit of magical realism to it, which is just so wondrous. So I feel like this cover really invokes that magical realism vibe. All right, and then the final cover that I have on this list, and I should preface that most of these books are ones that I own. There are other covers that I loved of books that I just don't own, and I, you know, didn't want to pull them all together, but these are just ones that I happen to own. So yeah, this last one is XOXO by Axio, and this is another one that I haven't read yet, but I'm really excited to. And this is another one that I was like completely sold on, mainly because of the cover. And I just love how it shows this like Korean landscape behind the characters from like the old to the new in the very back. And then it's got like these beautiful characters in the front. And this is actually a K-pop romance, if you didn't know. It follows two characters who sort of meet in LA and then they meet again in Korea, and it turns out that the guy is actually a K-pop star, and so things get complicated from there, but it seems like it's gonna be super cute, and I think like the colors and like the vibe of the cover really matches that. Alrighty, but those are all of the covers that I wanted to talk about today. I think all of them are super cute, but again, these were just the ones that I had on hand so that I could actually show you and sort of point out specific details, because although I can bring up like a cover on screen, I feel like I want to point at specific things. So yeah, these are just ones that I absolutely love and I love having on my shelves, but also ones that I sort of bought because of the cover, which just speaks to, you know, how important covers can be for books. I would love to hear from you guys which covers from 2021 are your favorites and if any of them are on my list from today. And I would highly recommend going and checking out Zenni Optical using the link in my description. It really helps me out when you guys use the links that I leave in the descriptions. So yeah, thank you so much for just supporting me by doing that. And with that said, I hope you enjoyed this video, and go check out my Instagram, Twitter, Goodreads, TikTok, and Patreon if you want to get exclusive and extra content from me, and I will see you in my next video. So please remember that this story ain't over. Bye.